Okay everyone, welcome back. I am the Passionfruit Whalrus, and this is Doki Doki Literature Club. We're picking up where we left off, and we are going to show our poem to Natsuki next. So here we go. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little bit blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions, which makes it bad, really, because a poem should invoke emotions, really, I would think. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Probably not. So this is called Eagles Can Fly. Right, so monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. And that's a really crap poem, really. Kind of depressing. Okay. Yeah? I told you weren't going to like it. You were right. I don't. I like it. You know, it would be nice if I actually had an option as to what I say, because I'm contradicting myself. Mr. Passionfruit of the game is, a douche. I don't like the bloody poem, but here we go. Apparently I like it now. Right. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Because it's shit. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously, and why should they? But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yes, and she did, but to be fair, it's not very good, and it doesn't mean that people have to like it, even if it does express whatever the person's feeling. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, but her message is that she's depressed and why bother trying? It's not a nice message or a good one or one that anyone really wants. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Yeah, well, being hit with depression isn't particularly pleasant. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, meaning you have low self-esteem and you blame other people for that. So I decided to write about it. Okay? Yeah, I understand. I do understand, I just don't like it. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. There isn't really wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah, it doesn't work. Now see, there's really amusing song where this person sings about what's happening in a descriptive sense, and he sets it up so that you're expecting a rude word to rhyme with what he's just said, but then he just switches and starts something else. And that works very well. It's funny, and it does make the rhyme fall flat on it on purpose, like she's claiming, but her thing doesn't really work like that. It's just sort of dull and depressing at the end. It's not really... It doesn't really feel clever or pleasant. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Yeah, it kind of does, but the feeling is sadness, and so that doesn't really help. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. No, you're not a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Yeah, you're pretty hoity-toity, aren't you, for a kid? Well, I assume she's a kid. I don't know what their ages are supposed to be. I mean, I'm hoping they're all sort of 18 or something, but who knows? They look a bit young, especially her. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Fair enough, but I think you're just spineless. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, gee, I wonder. I mean, we have all these people that we could show our poem to. All one of them. Hi, Passionfruit. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up, because this character is a pussy. It's annoying. Come on, dude. Just bring things up. Stand up for yourself. Voice your ideas. Enunciate. Or something. Drink tea, it helps. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Not really, no. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Passionfruit. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. No, I don't, and your skirt's blowing up again. You need to sort that out. I mean, why is there some random little vent or something that's blowing your skirt up? Maybe there's some little Asian kid who's got like a hairdryer on a little remote car or something. It's deliberately just driving it into classrooms and blowing women's skirts up. Come to think of it, he'd make a fortune on YouTube, but anyway. We're all a little... Yeah, done that. Right, okay. But it's sort of... I can't read. Sometimes I really can't read. Okay, moving on. But that's sort of a... But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'll even be able to read. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Of course you do. Why does everyone like my shit poem that is just random words that I picked from a list of 20? It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Really? I wonder if I'd chosen different words if they'd say something different, but I doubt it. I suspect she'd say that whatever I chose, but who knows? If anyone did get like a different result, I'd love to know. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Why do you get the vibe that I fancy Sayori from that poem that is just random words? I want to actually see this poem that I have randomly generated just to see what it actually is, because I don't like that there's this poem that they're all complimenting, apart from Natsuki, and it's just not there, it's just a nothing. It's just... Anyway. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Aha, I could be. Yeah, you could be. The skirt's going again. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. Nope, she'd be blushing by now. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. Yeah, it does. Kind of silly, but nice. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Well, pretty much everyone, because everyone does that. People watch films and things to experience other emotions vicariously. I mean, you don't watch a horror movie because you actually want to hurt people, or be murdered or tortured or anything, so yeah, people do enjoy things that you wouldn't expect in a sort of second-hand way. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. No, it's not. It's just not. Okay. Well, each to their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Yeah, kind of. I mean, trying new things is a good way of finding out what you're actually good at and like and things. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. I won't. I didn't write anyway. I just picked random words, and apparently that impresses everyone. I'm not like you. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah ha 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 ha. Up the skirt goes again. Does it fucking lift every time she laughs? Because that's a kind of weird result. Ah ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? No, I don't. But okay, let's go. Don't worry, I'm not very good. Here, try this steak. It's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? No, I don't know, but okay. I see. Well, let's read it then. If we must. Right, this is called Hole in the Wall. Hole in Wall, yeah. Right. It could have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Yeah, it's sort of, well, it beats Natsuki, but I'm not that impressed with it. It's a bit sort of... Yeah, it's like she just sort of looked at a hole in the wall and then just sort of went nuts about it. So, what do you think? I think it's crap. Well, not crap, but it's a bit abstract, really. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I didn't really notice that. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. I didn't really find it powerful. I found it vaguely interesting, but slightly perplexing. I mean, not powerful, though. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Yeah, but the whole point of this bloody club is to get to know people, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter. At least they know what you're like. At least it's honest. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. This is true. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. This is true. I've actually tried writing before, and the trick to it seems to be to just force yourself to do a small amount of time to start with. And what I did is I did about 10 minutes in the morning and just forced myself to do that each day and just force myself to write anything. Even you go so far as to say like literally write down what am I going to write, because it sort of gets things moving. And once you get into the routine of it, you actually have things to say, then you start realizing that like 10 minutes isn't quite enough, so you start giving yourself a bit more, and you can just sort of build from there. But you do have to keep the routine up, because once you lose it, it just sort of goes, and then you've really got to force yourself to get back into it. So yeah. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Not really, no. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Well, they are crap, dude. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meaning that she can't understand the poem and she thinks it might be better than hers. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly, meaning that she does understand the poem and she's kind of sad that Natsuki doesn't do any better. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Good point. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Passionfruit did too. I didn't, I really didn't. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Passionfruit liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. They're already fighting over me. I've only just got here, for goodness sake. Maybe you're just jealous that Passionfruit appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Passionfruit started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Passionfruit? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I mean, it depends on who's reading it and what they want from the poem, really. Some people want to have obvious things sort of just plain, but some people want things a bit more convoluted and a bit more complicated, or just subtle. They like the metaphor and just well, for want of a better word, the poetic language, you know, a bit more sort of flowery nonsense. Help me explain that to her, Passionfruit. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Passionfruit? Well... did I get dragged into this in the first place? Because you have not the ability to stand up for yourself and to say, I don't want to join a literature club, Sayori, I'm going to do something else. And stand by it. It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. They'll probably. Yeah. So of course that's going to be... Yeah, I don't really want to pick between them. So let's go with Help Me, Sayori. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. She looks a bit coy to me. Sayori. Eh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Passionfruit? Well, that's her problem, this isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. She has a certain point, I suppose. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. Well, they're kind of bitchy at the moment, okay. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? But because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh, Craig. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. He's going to hide her big, beautiful boobs. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. You actually started, but then you copped out. And also, Sayori didn't really interject. I sort of blamed them for embarrassing her, which was kind of weird, but anyway. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Not really, because you're delegating your inability to someone more skilled, which is a good thing to do. Ahahaha. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, you did actually. You complained that they were making Sayori feel upset, which is kind of deflecting it and things, but still, you did actually say something. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? They do treat it like Passionfruit and Sayori are a couple. It's just kind of weird that it's weird that they're acting like a couple and yet they're pretending they're not. It's kind of just weird. It really is. I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Well, why would she get herself hurt? Seriously. I mean, what is there to get hurt over at the moment? That makes two of us. You can count on me. Don't make promises you can't keep, Passionfruit. Anyway, Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Fancies her. It's because that skirt of hers keeps wafting up. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? Kind of shit. And I wanted to see what mine actually was, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. Barely. It was alright. Well, mostly. Passionfruit, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh, not again! And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah, because I can pick another 20 words at random. That'll just improve so much. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Passionfruit! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has to... I can't read! It's bizarre, really. I mean, when you actually have to read from the screen out loud, it does just fuck with you and you anticipate what isn't there. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Ah, see? Well, that's because you're her boyfriend. Sayori? About what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. No, they're kind of daft in that respect, but I don't hate them. Although it seems like all the girls want to fight over this gormless prick. I don't know why exactly they do, but there we go. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Passionfruit, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Yeah, they all fancy me. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Why would they have a club every day? I would have thought it'd be like once or twice a week, not every day. It seems like quite a lot, really. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, crikey. Alright, so I've got to pick another 20 poxy words that don't really matter very much. So let's go for like 5 of each thing that the girls seem to like. So, I don't know, let's try for like 4 fairly dark things. So, let's get rid of Inferno, Stream, Sadness, and Anger. Right, and something like cute, so let's go with something like Daydream, cute, Sugar, Giggle, Smile, okay, what else do you want? I don't know, maybe sort of evocative stuff for Monic. So I don't know. That and maybe unrestrained. Yeah, go on. Oh, peaceful. Ocean. Let's give her Ocean. So I think it's cheeks. Bed. And like friends maybe. I don't know. Hop. And jump. Oh, still got another one. Monkey. There we go. Right then, so I think we'll leave it there. So we'll carry on in the next part. So thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.